I don't have a prediction. I don't think it's possible to do one for this match, considering Delpan is in as a sub, and it's quite an integral part of the NIP lineup. The AWP has become anyway. So we'll have to wait and see. You will have to wait and see. You'll have to see what kind of drills they have, if any, on the T side. Nice tag there by Get Right, straight into Dozier's face, putting him on 4 HP. If that was the other way around of the USPS, that may have been a kill there.
It's very, very aggressive from Angel. He manages to drop one, knows that there's more there as well, but Dozier only on 4 points of health. Angel with the double, and this is collapsing for the Ninjas.
That was a really nice flash from his teammate there to allow him to get a free frag and some free information. Got the follow-up as well. Remaining 3 NIP players up towards A, so it's going to be a 3 versus 3 on this particular site. Kucha gets tagged as well. 13 HP for him, so this could go either way if the right people get the right shots. You can see Flamey just moving in to try and give Kucha some support. He can't repick too many times. That USPS is going to rip Forrest's face off. Get Right trying to get a trade on the site here. Those are going to go down. Flamey will get a frag, but Delpan gets the trade. So now it's Delpan to clutch versus 3. At least he gets the bomb down. Let's see if he can do any more.
Yeah, exactly. At least he gets the bomb down because that'll allow Nip to go for the early buy. Oh, superb shot. Oh, the double from Delpan. And is he going to make it 3 versus 1? How on earth? What have we just witnessed? But down he goes. What on earth was that?
That was a fantastic effort by the Swedish player, but was a bit too insurmountable a challenge. So gets 2 of the 3. Almost an amazing clutch there. But unfortunately, he won't make it. That said, all that extra money will be really good in terms of his AWP economy. So we'll have to pay attention to the buy or lack of here from Ninjas in Pyjamas. They could potentially, because they got that plant, they could potentially have a second round AWP here on Delpan.
Could do. So P250s all around bar Delpan, of course. As it looks like Angel might get pop flashed out of Banana yet again. He's peeking it, knows that no one's there. But here come the soldiers for the Swedes. So all 5 men here at the bottom of Banana. The smokes, the defensive smokes rather, are going to come out. But hello, Ninjas in Pyjamas are wasting no time making their way into B. They've got Angel's FAMAS to deal with. Angel and Adren holding this with ease. And down goes the final Swede. Oh, I spoke too soon. Get Right might be able to plant the bomb. And he's definitely going to try to do so, most likely. No, he's not.
Okay, so bomb is on the floor at the moment. Finally gets picked up by Get Right. Still got a minute on the clock, so this is entirely winnable. Even in this horrible situation, Get Right's the kind of player who will expect to win this round. Not going to happen for him on this occasion, though. But won't be too concerned about that. And let's see. Delpan straight for that AWP. Gets the armor as well. No helmet, however, which could make a difference here because if he doesn't get that first shot off fast enough and he gets tapped in the head, he's dead. Ooh, Kucha is still going to be rocking the MP9, actually. He's not even going to upgrade his gun. So let's have a look at what role that will play in this round. And the AWP has been announced. Shot has been rattled off here. And that could change the setup of HellRaisers here again. Kucha's thrown his MP9 over to Dozer, who's playing in the pit. So if there is a jump out, this could prove useful. Maybe he can pick up a quick weapon. But for the time being, no one's dead on either side. Angle is being held here by Get Right, the tiniest of angles, onto the B bomb site. A bomb site, excuse me.
Yep, Kucha holding arch. Out goes the defensive smoke. Delpan. Oh, they know he's there. They've heard him pull the trigger on that AWP. And it does look like the Ninjas in Pyjamas are going to dedicate round towards the A bomb site. Most likely going to be an arch to A push because they don't have anyone on Banana, so they're probably not going to go and fiddle around in CT spawn. Kucha gets flashed in there by his teammate. The Ninjas are flashed, but Kucha doesn't peek. He hears them coming around. Kucha with 1. Exist gets the return frag, and Dozier now in a bit of a pickle, that MP9, and Freiburg punishes him.
Yeah, Get Right. Still loitering. He's been loitering in apps this entire time. The frag's coming in here onto the pit, which he will now take control of. 3 versus 2. Angel and Adren. M4 and a FAMAS remain, and Angel's a bit of a way away, so you have to wonder if they're going to go for this or just play for the exits. Adren is going to back off, in fact, so it looks like they are done for this round. And what was really interesting for me was on the arch area. Where are we here? Again, you saw Kucha went for a quick peek, saw someone, then he didn't re-peek there because the other team had the angle. They were ready for him. So he started to back off, had the flash come in from a teammate, then went for the peek. So just a little note about the teamwork we're seeing here from the HellRaisers side as they play CT. Ooh, Exist's going to have to stop peeking now after that bomb puts him on 17 HP. Otherwise, he may have found himself a frag. Now, 2 rifles here for the HellRaisers side. We've got a... They could potentially go for the force on the rest of the team. And in fact, they will. We'll have 4 rifles on the team. And Dozier with that 5.7, which is probably better than an MP9.
Dozier, like I said, going just for a pistol. Get right now. Boosting himself towards the top. Adren playing very, very aggressively here at the top of Banana as Delpan looks to take him on. He's got 2 CTs. Who want his death. They want to execute him. Flamey playing with the FAMAS in Boiler Room. Spots Get Right, but he can't spray out the spray master. Let's Get Right and Forrest. The 2 experienced lads for the Ninjas in Pyjamas comfortably clean out apps.
Yeah, on this force, you can see HellRaisers are trying to get an early advantage here, but none has been found just yet. Dozier up close and personal in the apps. He messes up his flashbang there. And that's the only flashbang he has. So an opportunity potentially lost, although that smoke would have probably stopped him from peeking anyway. The T's still in control of Banana here. You can see Freiberg still there. There is a phrase, take a banana, it's a jungle out there. I like to say, take a Freiberg, it's a banana out there. And he will be on Banana for the time being as the rest of his team look to push the A-bomb site.
Yeah, well, they call him the king of Banana for a reason. As Get Right falls back from apps. Still no casualties as of yet, 30 seconds to go. And Ninjas in Pyjamas are going to regroup on Banana alongside Freiberg. And let's see who's going to try and go for the entry frags here. Normally it's Freiberg, this time round it's Exist. Spots one, but there is a CT in Adren hiding behind the fountain. He gets one. Forrest returns the frag. Forrest with the double, surely. There it is. And the plant will go down.
Okay, so only Kucha and Flamey remain here. And the war of attrition is really interesting here as it looks like it's going to be 2-2. Only Kucha versus 4 Get Right. Just loitering once again. Kaiser Sose. He's like limping around, dragging his leg. But all of a sudden he's shooting you in the back of the head. So Kucha to save his gun. Another shot there. Missed in the mid area. Get Right doesn't manage to finish him off. Will the hunt continue? Indeed it will. Forrest Freiberg looking to join the fray. And we'll see if Kucha can take out any more people. Almost finds Forrest's head. But Forrest will get the better of him with that dark. And it will be 2-2, putting HellRaisers on the eco.
Yep, HellRaisers on the eco, and this is an opportunity now for the Ninjas to take the lead for the first time in this game. 3 AK-47s, wouldn't surprise me. Yep, there we go. Freiberg makes it 4. And let's see where Delpan's going to go. Most of the time he's gone towards Banana to try and get the entry frag. Is he going to change it up? No, he's not. He's just preparing for a potential eco push down Banana. But HellRaisers deciding this round to stack 3 on the B-bomb site.
Indeed they are. You can see Angel playing that sneaky position, which Happy is made notorious, especially when there are smokes in the area. Looking for a double peek as well. That nade is going to be meaty as hell. That's like a bacon double cheeseburger. And Dozier is going to be the last one standing. Only one person down for Nip. He's only got a USPS. He needs to 2-tap any of these players in the head if he wants to kill them. He's going to rotate as the bomb is loitering on its own. I don't think they're even going for the bomb plant here. As I say that, of course, Get Right's going to plant the bomb. It is completely exposed, however. So they won't be worried too much about that plant, as they are keeping people positioned bottom mid to stop a flank, stop the pickup of that weapon from Exist. So they could potentially, not sure exactly where he died, but if it's Banana, they could throw it over the fence and make it irretrievable. We did find, we did see an amusing situation recently, actually, where a gun was thrown over the fence on Banana. I think it was Adren who was jumping around trying to retrieve it to no avail. Quite a sad image, actually. But there we go. 3-2 now in favour of Ninjas in Pyjamas, and this is a fantastic start for them on the less favoured side of this map. Especially considering that they are 1 map down. If you are just joining us, it is 1-0 to HellRaisers in this best of 3. Nip versus Envy will follow this match.
Yeah, let's see whether the Ninjas can keep it up, because realistically on the T side you need a good 5 or 6 rounds. So let's see whether NIP can bag a few more on the board. Adren says no. Adren gets the first frag on to Get Right. Exist will return. Double from Exist. Definitely impressing his ex-teammate in Delpan here. And Kucha The last form of defense.
But look at the HP on this team. They are all within, push them over, they might explode. Might see spontaneous human combustion here. Creature with the first frag. This could be an absolute catastrophe here for Nip. They don't have the health to survive this. Kucha holding down the site on his own, unless he gets orped by Delpan. And speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Delpan takes him out 2 versus 2. But again, it's down to him. He needs to find a frag in the right position and put this in favor of his team.
Delpan, all eyes on a potential CT, climbing above the coils, but little does he know that Flamey's to his left. Flamey's going to peek. It's Orb versus M4, and maybe single-handedly, Delpan's going to save this round for the Ninjas. Still zooming in, misses yet again. But they've got the time on their side, and even if they do die, they've won the round, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, Dozie's going to keep them on the site, make sure they all die, even if they win the round. So he's going to make it as expensive as possible. He's basically sacrificed himself to completely clear out the inventory of Ninjas in Pyjamas. Rest in pepperonis indeed. So you can see all this money is going to have to be spent for Nip. Let's have a look at how much they have left after this buy comes in. Grenades falling all over the place. Again. Yeah. Okay, so there's still a reasonable amount of money left on Freiburg and Forest there, so not terrible. And HellRaisers going to be on an eco, of course.
That's the name of the game for NIP. Keep winning those rounds and keep pushing HellRaisers back onto the ecos. And NIP 4 rounds already, so early in this half. Adren going aggressive, but you don't challenge Freiburg in a situation like that because he'll make you pay. Forest to get 1, maybe a second as well. There it is. And it should really be 5-2 at this point after the end of this round, unless Kucha does the impossible. He's in a good position to do so.
Okay, let's see what he can do. He was close enough where he could one-tap them with the P250. That's what he's going for there. Playing the opposing angle to the one that you commonly find from people trying to just hide around that corner. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to find the head, so no damage was done to the economy of Nip on that particular round. Orb coming out for Kucha now, as he is going to be heading towards mid, and his counterpart Delpan is going to be charging up second mid with the rest of this team. Oh, that nade's going to mess up, but nobody taking any damage from that, so it could have been a hell of a lot worse.
Yep, nade straight into outs from the Ninjas to try and prevent any CTs taking control of Boiler Room. As Adren and Angel start playing Banana a lot more aggressively. Down goes the smoke. This will allow them to push down to the bottom of Banana, and potentially, provided the T's don't get any kills, that should really single out the B bomb site, because the only other way the T's have to make their way in towards it is through Arch. But speaking of Arch, Forest gets a frag onto Kucha, and that
was so fast, it had to be pre-fire. That was insane. He didn't even crouch, though. Normally when you're peeking that position as an AWPer, you crouch peek, but he just YOLO'd out and just shot him straight in the face. Just too fast was Forest. Flamey, that flash coming in from his teammate now, trying to hold down the Arch area. 4 versus 3, so still a man advantage here for HellRaisers, but they have 2 sites to hold here, so the pressure is on. Speaking of pressure, I wonder how Delpan's doing with all this expectation on his shoulders. He is dead at the moment, but Forest rocking that orb. 2 versus 3 now as HellRaisers continue the man advantage, and Nip are forced to rotate with 23 seconds remaining over to the B bomb site, where Adren will try to defend.
Yeah, but Flamey's read him like an open book. Adren hears them coming in. He's going to be calling this to Flamey. Question is whether Exist has heard Flamey on the rotation. The smokes are going to come out from the Ninjas. Oh, what? They've walked past each other. Flamey with 1 and the double. That was unfortunate there for the Ninjas, but Flamey, great rotation from him, showing great map awareness. And HellRaisers slowly but surely making their way back into this game.
So they're throwing Delpan the AWP, and they're still managing to get the all the AKs out, but limited nades here for the Nip team, so a bit of a sacrifice there. Let's see, Delpan is actually top fragging for Nip at the moment. So that's some good news at least. Now, you can see Nip have been forced out of Banana once again here by Adren. See that close flashbang to Logs. So if anybody's standing there, they'll probably be flashed by that as well. Forest could have almost got 2 there, but Kucha gets an instant trade. 4 versus 4. 1 minute 20 on the clock for Nip, so this is good for them. However, they still don't have any control over Banana. Delpan almost finding Adren there, just tickled the corner of that pillar.
think I much prefer this aggressive defense coming out from HellRaisers, where they are smoking the bottom of Banana from CT spawn. They're pushing down. They're preventing the Ninjas any form of control towards Banana. But look at this get right in what could potentially be an ideal position to flank the two CTs round quad, providing he drops the CT in pit. But slow and steady wins the race, and I think they're just going to leave him here, James, to do his own role, to flank when the CTs rotate, and the rest of his teammates are going to stampede up Banana and try and plant on the B-bomb site.
Yeah, Get Right's been loitering in that position for a long time, and as the rotation comes from B, speaking of rotation, okay, Dren with a different position. From this position, he could flash into pool if he has any flashes, but there are no nades whatsoever on the HellRaiser's side, so if he goes down, that's a wrap. The bomb is on the floor at the moment. It's a Dren to hold for as long as possible. 10 seconds remaining. Nip have to get this bomb down. Bomb is being planted. Delpan holding an angle through that smoke, and Dren's going to rotate back. He's going to wait for his teammates as they abuse the man advantage on this retake.
Yep, good patience from HellRaisers, waiting for the teammates to appear, but Cooch showing a bit too much flesh for Delpan, getting orped in the face, and now what was a 3v2 in favour of HellRaisers is now a 2 versus 2. Dren picking up that molly. He burns Delpan to a crisp, and Freiburg with the double. 5-3 the score, or 6-3, sorry. And Freiburg, very, very fortunate there. He was very, very low on HP, but showing us why he is as good at spraying as he is.
Despite HellRaiser's constant control of Banana early on in these rounds, they are still trailing to Nip 6-3, and they find themselves on an eco here, which is not good news at all. They don't have any flashes, so we're not going to see any cheeky peeks here on Banana. All they have is a grenade, which is gone already, which aims just through. And Dren has armor and one smoke. That's it. That's all the arsenal that HellRaisers had, minus a few pistols, P250s, and a 5-7 on Dren. Get Right survives with 4 HP, so he'll take a back seat while the rest of his team starts to put in work. It's not often you see this kind of presence from a T side in apps when they know that the CTs are on an eco, and you can see how dangerous it can be. Again, Get Right surviving with 4 HP. Those close corners really make it a lot easier to get frags with P250s, 5-7s. You can see the damage they can do there. The B site has been completely abandoned by the team. Again, they're on eco, and they're just putting all their chips on A for the time being. Angel potentially going to look for some information, as they may hear some nades going in towards the B site. You can see there are 2 players just trying to find out some information. Just realised that Angel is in spawn, but he's not going to turn around and look for him, just in case someone pops out from B. Very smart play there by Exist. Forrest playing the piano on these players on the A site, but he will finally get taken down by Kucha.
We've got to be careful, and just as I say that, Angel gets sprayed through the smoke by Freiburg. And Kucha, last man standing, and Delpan taking a leaf out of Get Right's book, playing the lurker's role. And Kucha walks into his crosshair. 7-3 the score now in favour of the Ninjas. And you know what, 7 rounds on the T side of Inferno is not bad at all.
Yeah, indeed, we are looking good for 3 mapper the way things are going now, but don't count out HellRaisers. This is a pretty horrible start to game 1. Again, they could still bring us back to 8-7 potentially, but it's a horrible start to say the least. That said, it is a game of 2 halves, and HellRaisers could entirely rip Ninjas apart in a second half, but for the time being, it is 7-3, 4-round deficit here for HellRaisers. Nip taking control of the apps again. There's a fast kill there on Dozier, and Forrest saves Get Right with a frag onto Flamey. So, a minute 20 on the clock, and there are already 2 people down. Kucha, his position has been exposed, but that smoke may well just save him.
Yes, very well may do. We probably should expect the plant to come in sometime soon. There it is, 3 versus 5, and the CIS team decide there's no way we're going to win this. Let's fall back round. Meanwhile, they're going to have good old Freiburg trying to flank him from Banana. And you call him the king of Banana for a reason. That smoke comes out. He knows that there's a CT in and around that area. But rightly so, the HellRaiser player falls back. And Dren, the only man to try and take him on.
Okay, so Nip are hunting. They're hungry for fish. But will they find any? There's one. There's a second one. Exist, causing absolute havoc here. Gets the 3rd as well. Nice triple there. No guns will be saved on this day for HellRaisers, and Nip stretch their advance to 5 rounds. And it's quite nice how we're seeing these logos in the game following the most recent update here from Valve. So thank you very much for that. Making everything look a little bit cleaner there. So GG's to them. Delpan still top fragging. I saw all your threads on HLTV, people. Wondering what you're writing now.
Yep. Here we go. Get Right and Forest, the duo we saw controlling apps in the last round, making their way towards quad. Meanwhile, Exist and Freiburg play together on Banana. But look at this stat coming in from HellRaisers. 3 players on this eco in the B bomb site. They could drop Exist here. The smoke goes out to CT spawn as Dozia clears apps with his teammates, so they know that there's no NIP players lurking in and around of apps, but they have spotted Delpan, but Delpan might get done from his left if he's not careful. And here we go. Ninjas in Pyjamas falling back to T-spawn. They will pick up the bomb, and they're taking it nice and slow. Get Right will be calling that he is in CT spawn, and they're most certainly going to split B.
Okay, so the wrap is real. Angel almost got the angle he needed there. Nice flash coming in for the T side. Lots of Molotovs clearing out the site one bit by bit. Angel up close and personal. Gets 2 with the USP. That's absolute insanity. He picked up a rifle as well. Could have been even worse for the Nip side, but they finally put a stop to him. They've spotted the position of Flamey, but Flamey gets the frag and the second one as well. What the hell just happened?
HellRaisers won an eco.
HellRaisers indeed won an eco. And I have to say, it was quite dangerous. Like, in mid, Delpan, he was here on his own. He did get a frag onto balcony, but almost got peeked at the same time from another CT here. So he could have lost that AWP. And then the bomb would have had to been retrieved from here. So it could have been even worse than it was for Nip losing the round there. 4-8 now. 3 rounds remaining. And that is a monster frag there by Kucha onto Get Right with that AWP. He really has been coming to his own with the AWP here as time has gone with the loss of Simple on this side.
I don't think NIP will be too downhearted though. They do have 8 rounds, which practically guarantees winning the half. Kucha with the AWP.
He's got no armor though.
No armor. Angel going aggressive. Banana dropping Freiburg. Now they have a 2-man advantage with Delpan only on 23 points of health.
Yeah, we could see a late resurgence here from HellRaisers. They are lacking grenades now. That smoke has gone down. Dozia is the only one left with the smoke. We'll have to wait and see if he can throw that over to Banana from the pit area. It is possible. Have a look on YouTube and you may find that. And things slowing down here. Nip only have 3 players. Got to be paranoid about their backs as well. You can see they have no idea what these 3 players are doing at the moment. So Exist going to be fishing for a frag. There is another frag for Exist. He really has been putting in the work in these recent rounds. Trying to find the next player, trying to tap. 20 seconds remaining.
Kucha in the corner. Exist will drop in with that headshot with the AK-47 as the HellRaiser players rotate. They know it's a state of emergency here on the B bomb site. Kucha making his way round the back with the AWP. Without a doubt, he'll be holding this angle onto Exist, and all the T's have to do at this point is play it cool, calm and collected and wait for the CTs to come to them and protect the bomb.
Okay, let's have a look at where these AWPs are facing. You can see Delpan is on Banana, holding the angle there. Gets the first flag onto Flamey. The second one is found by Forest, and it's left to Kucha. Is he going to try and save the AWP or try and keep these people on the site? Neither will happen, as Forest will take Kucha down, and they will all survive before that bomb goes off. So, Nip 9, HellRaisers 4. Their best situation now is 9-6 in favor of the opposing force. They are on an eco again, however. There's been lots of ecos on this CT side for HellRaisers. Only 4 rounds in the bag. This is the Roundus Horribilis, which I know is not Latin. It's kind of half, but it'll have to do for now. This is CSGO after all. Good flash there by Get Right. Nice pop flash for the bedroom area. Did flash Flamey as well. Couldn't turn away in time. That is a good start. Again, apps control even on the anti-ecos here for Ninjas in Pyjamas seems to be going well for them at the moment.
Yeah, but like you said earlier on, they do have to be careful here in apps because the pistols, up close and personal, is where they are the most effective. Angel, talking about the pistols, manages to bid farewell to Freiburg as Exist, trades around those AK-47s, of course, picking one up to make sure a teammate of the CTs can't pick it up, but Get Right looking to wreak havoc here on the A-bomb site, doing what he does best, lurking round, flanking the opponents. And the bomb will be picked up from Banana and make its way around to the A-bomb site. And at 3 versus 1 with Dozia only on a pistol, Well, he's picked up an AK now, but to be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if he looked to save this AK with the current way things stand.
Absolutely, but he has already been surrounded. He's not going to wave the white flag, though. He needs to try and save this pistol for dear life. We are coming into the final round here, and he is backing off into the corner. Wants to have a moment on him by himself, but this is not time to write poetry, say Ninjas in Pyjamas. They are coming for him. They are hunting for this gun. This is the second last round of the first half. This is going to be 10-4 to Nip, and the hunt begins. Forrest manages to win the duel finally, and that is not great cash on the CT half, but they will be able to eke out some semblance of a buy here.
Making this look like a team map, fair play to them, particularly after such a poor DDoS too.
Delpan, he bought a Zeus by accident, but I think he threw it to Get Right actually.
Yep, Get Right has a Zeus.
Yeah, rolling with a Zeus.
Most useful weapon in the game, of course.
Do you know what? It does have like some kinks. Like if you're, well, I'll explain it a bit later, just in case we miss some action here. I might start messing around a bit, just some research. Why things are a bit slow here? For example, if you're on Dust 2 and you're on A slope and someone's on the site, you can jump up and taser someone.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which is the main advantage of it that I'm aware of. Anyway.
Forrest with the entry, and Get Right might get another. There it is. He's got someone. Oh, it is Dozier who's going to push him up close and personal, and he's expecting players to stampede through quad as well. Double from Dozier, and he will now drop into pit, and maybe he can make it 3. Yes, he does.
Dozier doing God's work here on the A site. Freiberg's going to be the only one remaining. Do they know where he is? They know where he is now, as the bomb has been planted at standard plant position for the pit/apps area. He doesn't know where both these players are, so this may be a difficult clutch for him. We'll have to see. They're both going to be quad, in fact. He's pre-firing, and there's some pre-fire of his own. We'll take down the first player. Gets the second one as well. Monster half here for Ninjas in Pyjamas. 11-4. If they can take this pistol round, then it's pretty much game over for HellRaisers.
Definitely coming back with a bang, and it's so important that they rebuild the momentum that they lost on DDoS 2, because it can play with your mind from time to time, particularly when you consider everything NIP have been through, you know, on places like Reddit and the way the community are looking at them right now. So that can play a factor, and maybe it did play a factor on DDoS 2, but now they're starting to feel a bit more comfortable again. And like you said, James, if they manage to win this pistol round and capitalize and win the next 2 rounds, then they'll be on 14 rounds already, and you would really expect them to go on to win the game from that point on the CT side. Yeah,
it's never over until it's over, but it can be pretty close. Excellent start there by Angel, shooting Freiberg in the head and getting a follow-up tag as well to close him out. Dozier can't quite get re-picked there. There's not enough space for Nip. It's going to have to be 1v1, and he wins the duel. Exist left between a rock and a hard place here, trying to watch his 6 as he takes down Dozier and keeps control of the apps for the time being. But already 2 men down and 2 sites to hold here, and HellRaisers just going to be creeping like that guy in the back of the club, heading over to the B bomb site. All they have is info that one person is in mid, and the charge is coming into the B bomb site here. Get Right's going to fall down, but there is one player left to try and do something. That is Delpan.
Well, we saw what he can do with the USP in the last round, on the last half, and there it is again, the double USP coming out from Delpan. He will be shut down by Adren, who, like we said earlier, now has 26 ping, so that definitely has that going for him. And he's also going to drop Exist as well. 11-5 the score. NIP sort of retrieved it back thanks to Delpan, but they couldn't win the round in the end. 11-5, and HellRaisers, provided they don't get anti-E code here, should find themselves at 7 rounds.
Yeah, he saw Exist there, last man standing for his team, 17 HP, but all he needed was a 1 tap to the head. However, he didn't manage to get it first, and HellRaisers have a little bit of hope here. Flamey, Forrest has to be careful. He could get shot straight in the head here. He tries to crab walk past the window, but no, you cannot do that without being exposed. Gets taken off. Sorry, his scalp gets taken off there by Flamey. And again, you can see Exist with that 5-7 close angles to be played. Oh, Flamey thinking him. That is horrible. Again, either of these 2 weapons this close. 1 headshot. And that's going to be a wrap. Delpan fishing, but no one's going to find his hook just yet. Going to back out of there after exposing his position to try another surprise angle. HellRaisers with good map control at the moment, but Exist is a pest who is finally going to get taken out. What fantastic play by Dozier. The wall bangs by Flamey, then finished off by the Flames. Farewell to the flesh. 3 players remaining here for Nip.
Yeah, Flamey's Flames, and now Dozier's P250. What weapon was that? It was the P250 coming into action. Flamey makes his way around Arch, headshot onto Freiberg. Now he knows what it feels like to be on the receiving end of him. Get right in pit. He's pretty much surrounded by terrorists, but they are going to throw all their eggs in one basket, rotate through CT spawn, and walk into an empty B bomb site.
That is beautiful. 14 seconds left, and they have like 3/4 of the map in their control. And they're finally going to plant the bomb. And after having 5 players alive for so long, they suddenly lose 2 of them. And that's going to be a bit of a pain in the bum for their economy. Get right, it's getting sprayed down, but he's still alive. Dozier will get the info to his teammates and finish him off there with 2 taps from the P250. So, good round here for HellRaisers. Could have been a lot better, but lost 2 people towards the end. One of them had a Mac 10, and Angel bringing one out once again. He loves his Mac 10s. Does Angel.
He does. I mean, I've tried it from time to time. It's definitely not my favourite submachine gun. What's your favourite submachine gun?
It's got to be the Bison, surely.
Oh yeah, you do love the Bisons. To be fair, I'd say P90, but everyone would hate me and probably want me dead on HLTV, so I'm going to say the MP7 instead, because it reminds me of the old MP5.
Yeah, I do like the MP7.
It's a good weapon.
Get right. Does he know he's alive? He's on fire? Or
Didn't look like he did. Freiberg will get the headshot, and he's going to fall back to try and treat his teammate and get right with a medic basket, because he's almost burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, that was good pistol tapping from Freiberg as well. Just bear that in mind. If you just mash mouse 1, it's practically worthless when you have pistols. Just patient tapping and you will get a lot more frags of pistols than if you are just mashing for dear life. Okay, so things slowing down here. As HellRaisers have lost a player, but they can't wait too long because the numbers advantage will not go in their way. Nice frag there by Flamey, but the bomb does not get planted. Nip know those angles. That sneaky smoke plant on the corner is known by almost every pro player. So, while there is a smoke to deny vision, they did not need vision to get that frag anyway. And now there's still a man advantage here for Nip. The flank is coming in from Exist. 30 seconds left, and HellRaisers still need to plant the bomb. They need to clear their sight out, and finally they're doing it with Flamey. Bomb will go down on this occasion. Yeah,
great play from Flamey to open up that bomb site and Exist with just the Mac 10. You can arguably consider Delpan a dead man, but so is Exist. And now what he's most likely doing here is trying to see if he can salvage an AK-47 or something, or a Galil, but unfortunately he's not going to find anything in and around that area.
Delpan could entirely get 2 frags here if he finds the right people. Oh, he's going to go for the knife. Oh!
Delpan!
Oh, dear. He found the wrong player there, as Dozier had a lot more health than the other players. If it was either of the other 2 and he managed to get a swipe in, that would have been the knife. It is called Shank Moody after all. I played a match of Train with Delpan, and I shot him in the head. He was on my team and I shot him in the head and killed him in the first round by accident, which was quite amusing. Back then he had a pretty horrible knife, so nice to see he's got a new one. So he is going to be out with the orb, and there is a great pre-aim there. Bit of a strafe, and Kucha doesn't know what hit him. So good early advantage here for Ninjas in Pyjamas. There's the second one as well. Falling like flies. Moth to a flame right now are HellRaisers. Looking for the angle on Forest, but there is someone in the bedroom as well. So as he looks away, there will be no damage. There is potential for it though, but he has backed off entirely now from the apps area. So Nip, apps being a very key area for them on both sides of this map. And now look at the positioning of Freiberg. Have a look at where the bomb is and where the T's are. Freiberg will hear that running to retrieve the bomb, and he may use this to try and go for a timely flank. Forest falls to Angel in the mid area. You can see Get Right rotating, and indeed Freiberg will go straight for that flank. The flank has been announced though. Didn't manage to get the tag onto Angel, but now the pressure is on HellRaisers to make a push here.
Very, very late from Freiberg flanking, but don't fear, Angel is here. He's gone in 3 already. 20 seconds and counting on the clock. And Angel has to pull this one out the bag. He's got Get Right on very, very low HP. Make it 4 from Angel. Delpan, is he going to save the day? He's got to run away because the bomb won't go down. And Angel with 5. Ace from Angel. Delpan tried to run away. But it's going to be a HellRaisers round.
Angel is just waving to YouTube right now. That was absolutely insane. You saw the ideas and the timing was right on the flank there, but he just turned the corner, did Angel, just before Freiburg could get the frag on him. And from then onwards, they went for almost a double peak there with someone in boiler, someone in mid, but they were just two very quick 1v1s. And Angel just went through their team like a train. That was a horrible round for Ninjas in Pyjamas, but they must keep their resolve here. They cannot let that protrude them. They need to keep their head in the game. They are on the eco, and they cannot allow HellRaisers to continue with momentum after such morally boosting round. Morale boosting round. That's the one I was looking for.
But yeah, that last round, Angel seemed more like Satan himself. Dropping 5 CTs as Flamey comes out, and he wants to ignite this quad area. He drops one alongside Kucha. There's NIP, of course, despite such a strong T-half, which they had. They, alongside HellRaisers, have proven not to be good enough on the CT side. But look, it's Mr. Lurker doing what he does best.
With 3 people, if Get Right gets there in time, they can still do massive, massive damage here. Forest gets 1 down, and that's going to be that. As HellRaisers survive with 4 people. It's going to be fantastic for their economy. Again, running the AWP as well, they're going to need as much money as possible. HellRaisers close the gap to 2 rounds here, and you may start to get worried about Ninjas in Pyjamas. If they lose this round, their economy may be completely shot. Let's have a look. Delpan playing the B-bomb site, so he won't be challenging Kucha. Kucha hungry for these frags, looking down mid every single round. But look at the aggression here on Banana from the CT side. Delpan falling straight away. Flash is coming in as well for HellRaisers. They are not going to allow NiP to do to HellRaisers what HellRaisers did to NiP on their CT side, taking entire control of Banana. We know that NiP have smokes from Exist that land basically where you see that smoke exactly there. So different style of holding Banana here. Get Right's going to be rocking with the AWP. May try and free fire through the smoke. He will fall as well. This is not going well for Ninjas in Pyjamas. A 3rd frag coming in on Banana. This is a massive failure from them. HellRaisers is going to take the site without losing a single player. 5 versus 2. And Ninjas in Pyjamas not even going to try.
You can tell HellRaisers have done their homework on how Get Right and Freiburg always set up on that Banana area. They know that they play just at the top, just behind the hay basket, and it's not the first time that they actually molly Get Right in that position, as a matter of fact. And the reason why he died so early on was because the Molotov did so much damage to him when he was scoped in with the AWP. So a cleaning task at hand now for HellRaisers, as when you consider that they were 11-4 down and they're on the verge of bringing it back to 11-10, you've got to give them a pat on the back.
Yeah, so this is going to be round 6 on the T side for HellRaisers. So we have to look at what kind of money NiP get out of this. If they can save 2 weapons, that is a timely molly, but Forest gets the frag. Trade comes in though, so only 1 surviving gun here. And if they went for a buy here, it would be quite ropey indeed. I think they're much better off saving and trying to get the AWP out. But as I say that, they are indeed going to force it. Never mind the AWP, they're going to go for the scout. Delpan, who was in B last round, this time he's going to be taking the scout to mid. Oh! And Kucha says, hello. Jack in the box got hit with not a hammer, but a ton of bricks.
I think hello. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know how much Russian you know, James. I know you know a little bit. Maybe it's not appropriate to say what Russian you do.
Okay. Volvo, this is still happening.
The smoke stuff. It is frustrating. It really is.
No, they patched this though.
Yeah, I know, but it's still doing it.
They tried to, but
it's still doing it.
What does that say?
Let's take a look at the map. What's going on? The bomb's being dropped out in front of T steps. Here we go. We're back as Dozia creeps out of boiler, and it looks like HellRaisers are they going to throw all their eggs in one basket? Well, Dozia might peek out now. He's expecting Exist to be there. They're going to try and get the entry frag, but if they don't get it, the bomb's at the bottom of Banana. They might just fall back and rotate B.
Kucha going for the shot on Forest, doesn't manage to connect, but NiP Not looking great at the moment. 2 players down already, and Dozier, their aim is on fire right now on the HellRaiser side. They are winning all these duels. Angel taking down another one. Can he find Get Right through the smoke? Get Right gonna run for dear life now. Gonna be careful. Gonna try and use that smoke while he can, just in case they try and push through it. Use it to his advantage. Smoke has now left the building. Flank is coming in, but Get Right is, as Get Right does, in a sneaky position. So we're looking at 11-11 here.
How are the finances for NiP at the moment?
Well, let's have a look. There's next to nothing in the bank. And let's remember, the previous round was their 3rd round loss bonus where they get the most money. So their round loss bonus has been reset now. They're going to get next to no money for losing this round, which means that they are in a really, really bad position. Now, I thought maybe they should have ecoed there and gone for the full buy. But let's see. I mean, they could in fact actually bring out another ropey buy. They're essentially in the same position actually that they were in the previous round, and this time it looks like they may go for a more conservative purchase of a few pistols, a few nades, and that's about it. So
it's a bit similar to what we saw him do on T-side Dust 2, where they just gave the rifle and armor to Get Right.
Indeed it is. So let's have a look and see what they can do with this, and if they can win a round here, it would be huge for them. Look at the money on the T side. There's lots in the bank. Delpan doesn't manage to get the head there, but Dozier tapped down to 24 HP. He's not going to want to give them that gun, so he's going to have to be careful here. And a little bit more passive than he was before. Not sure if he would have heard Delpan running backwards, but for all he knows, it's a bait for a teammate in the bedroom. Meanwhile, Ninjas in Pyjamas have got 2 frags in the bag around the mid area. Get Right making it a 3rd, and that's why you don't want them to pick up these rifles.
Yep, Get Right now with the AK-47, drops the M4 back to his teammate in Delpan, as Kucha tries to get an entry with the AWP, and Adren tries to see what he can sniff out at the top of Banana, and literally him and Exist are just meters away from each other.
Yeah, you can almost never see someone through the top of smokes in that position. But if somebody was on the coils, then he could definitely seen them. But other than that, oh, he might have seen a shoulder here. Is that going to let him check the other corner? Indeed, he will. Can he open up this bomb site? There's already a rotation. Somebody on the CT area, but he finds them straight away. And he's going for Freiberg.
Brilliant.
I was going to say Kucha comes in just in time, but he didn't. Adren gets him with the Glock. Got time to reload his gun now, and he's made it a 2v2. This was a fantastic start for NiP, but they could end up losing this round. That spray going to put Get Right onto 19 HP.
Yeah, but Dren is going to throw that flash to try and nullify the Get Right threat coming from Banana. Now here is the crossfire, the retake crossfire coming in from the CTs. Get Right has fallen, but Delpan to try and impress his new teammates, and does so successfully. But the question at hand is, does he have enough time to defuse?
Yeah, he's good for it.
And that was a close round, but even though HellRaisers didn't win it in the end, well played Adren.
Yeah, to bring it back to that situation was really, really well done by him. And again, he's dangerous enough on 100 ping. When he's got 27 ping, you need to watch the hell out. So let's have a look at who's doing what actually. Delpan still top fragging here for the Ninjas in Pyjamas side, but the kills are reasonably well spread out across their team. Meanwhile, HellRaisers not doing too shabby either. It is 11-12 here. War of attrition may be on our hands if NiP can win this round. Not sure where that nade went, but Angel's on 72 HP. So, Kucha, once again, no fear from this man, looking up towards the mid area. And let's have a look at where Delpan is playing with his AWP. He is going to be playing a tight angle, looking at Boiler at the moment from quad, while Forrest covers his back into apps. Looks like Delpan may have a peek of his own here. No teammate to flash him, and he's just going to go straight forward and have a look. Goes for the re-peek as well, but he gets tagged down to 13 HP. And again, in that kind of situation, normally you have a teammate throwing a flashbang into the apps for you so you can go for the peek there, but he's just going in dry, and didn't pay off on that occasion. That said, they do have a one-man advantage here. HellRaisers in a position to do something, but the Exist boost will get the frag onto Flamey. Kucha still doing great work with the AWP since the roster changes on the HellRaiser side. Can he get the frag onto Get Right here?
You know what, he might be able to Get Right though. He's got a heck of a load of Angry Terrorists staring towards him. There's one onto Angel. The bomb has been dropped. Delpan returning a frag as well, leaving Dozier last man standing. But you can bet your skins that he's not standing anymore. Forrest with the frag. 13-11, and Ninjas in Pyjamas, they were 11-4 up. and they let HellRaisers bring it back to 11 all. But finally, they've woken up.
The really important thing, not just winning the round aside, the really important thing is that they made HellRaisers spend a hell of a lot of money. Things are starting to look a bit ropey here for the T side, and as Ninjas in Pyjamas try to close in on that magical 16th round, things could get harder and harder and harder here for HellRaisers, and that is a fantastic start. Delpan taking down Angel through the corner of the wall as well. And they've got control of the banana area, but Flamey charging through the apps the way Nip did exists with an eventual trade frag there. Gonna try and counter flash his way, trying to escape that corner, standing in the flames, but mainly just take down Kucha as well. So only 2 players remaining from HellRaisers, a team who like to play slow. There's still a minute on the clock, and only one of them are alive.
Yep, and that one alive is Dodger, who needs to retrieve that bomb. But Get Right won't let him do so. 14-11 in favor of the Ninjas and HellRaisers. What are they going to do here? They can drop an AK to Kucha, but Flamey and Adren are low as well. And they're going to take a leaf out of NIP's book, it seems, and just leave Angel on the AK-47. No, in fact, they've gone for the double AK setup.
Okay, let's look at the money they have remaining after this buy. So they're leaving their team floating around 2,000 to 3,000, so they can all buy together regardless in the next round. So Dozier and Angel spending the excess cash, armor, AKs, only a smoke on Angel as well. Excuse me. And a bit of GoTV like there, marvelous. We find ourselves teleported into a 3v2 situation. I really hope this bug fixes itself soon. 2v2 now.
Delpan missing what could have been an important shot. Freiburg from behind drops Adren, and it is match point now in favour of the Ninjas in Pyjamas. And we can see now why HellRaisers didn't gamble last round, didn't go all in. They can now put all their eggs in one basket and go for the full AK setup. And Kucha obviously can't afford the AWP like he's done in the last rounds. But it's do or die for HellRaisers, otherwise we're going to a third map.
Yep, third map. Maybe likely Ninjas in Pyjamas with a little bit of room to play with here, and HellRaisers with no money in the bank. The bedroom position could be abused here. Forest could get 2 frags. There are 3 people in apps. Let's have a look at what's going to happen. Goes immediately for the first frag. Sometimes gets the second one as well. Oh! And the third with 1 clip from a silence them 4. That is humongous there. That's a colossal round so far from Forest. Angel versus 5. No bomb control either. This game is over. He clutched before, but I really don't expect him to clutch on this occasion.
Well, maybe you've just about jinxed it. Let's see whether he manages to do it. And he's not going to be able to. And the Ninjas
That's beautiful.
somewhat avenge the last map.
Yeah, that was a fantastic start from Ninjas in Pyjamas. Was entirely repeated at the beginning, at least, by HellRaisers on the T side. Really good T rounds from both halves, but Nip managed to get back into the game in the late stage, ruin HellRaisers.